I think we have a call. Caller? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. I have a comment, a question for Pam.
Good.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Pam, I know that they're doing a lot of legislature and policies at the State House on bullying. And I was wondering if you were to try to work with the state representatives and state senator and to incorporate all of the things that you're talking about as part of those upcoming bullying policies or legislature that they're trying to create.
So your question is what has PFLAG done with respect to providing?
Okay, I can barely hear you.
Okay. So the question appears to be what has PFLAG done with respect to educating the state legislatures about the issues which we're talking about today?
Right. There was a recent day at the State House where people from all over the state, gay youth, parents of gay youth, went to the State House and talked about the legislation and how we need an anti-bullying bill. Actually, 37 other states already have a bill on their books. Massachusetts is one of the few states that doesn't, and they did educate the legislatures. And the people who are listening should call their legislators and say, yes, we need this bill.
It's a very good question, and it's obviously very important, and it's
also,
everybody.
I mean, if I can just say, and tell your own story. Call your legislator, and if you have a child in the school who's being bullied, call them and tell them the situation. What has the school done to respond to that bullying? And tell them your story so that they know what's going on out there and that we can pass this bill.
I think we've seen that time and again. The personal story, whatever the legal issue, the personal story of how this is affecting real people is perhaps the most powerful.
Right.
What else does PFLAG do insofar as protecting the youth in our community? You mentioned advocacy, but you also said support. How do you go about doing that?
So, I mean, one of the things I'd like to talk a little bit about is Dr. Caitlin Ryan out of San Francisco State University did research showing that, as I said, most males and females have a sexual awareness by age 10. And by age 13, they know themselves. It's just a matter of whether they tell their parents or anyone else around them.
I'm sorry, age 13?
Yes.
Okay. That's
yes.
interesting.
It goes, I mean, puberty starts a lot younger today. In our day, it was older. We didn't tell people into their 20s, usually at college or later. But today, they're telling people in high school for sure. But they know in middle school, 13 years old. They pretty much know.
And when was this study done?
Just last year, was published in the January 2009 Pediatrics Journal.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. Tell us about it.
So it's the most recent research. And, I mean, if you think about when did you know you were straight? I mean, it shouldn't be that surprising that kids know the same, gay youth know the same time straight youth know. And the main thing is to realize that parents are doing and saying things unknowingly that are hurting their child because they're not even considering my kid might be gay. And they're saying things, especially around the gay marriage when that was all in the news. You know, who do these people think they are getting married? And there's their gay kids sitting at the table.
Absorbing it all. And
right.
Yeah. That was one of the consequences of that
right.
whole battle, was people, unfortunately, were saying things that were hurtful and potentially hurtful to apparently their own children.
Exactly. And so she showed that when parents are rejecting of their gay youth, all of the risk statistics from suicide to HIV, drugs, substance abuse, extremely high. When parents are accepting of their gay child, all of the risk behaviors are extremely low. They believe they'll live a happy, healthy life. They want to be parents themselves. So the importance of parental acceptance, I can't stress it enough. And so we help parents to get to that point where they can love and accept their child just the way they are.
So if a parent finds out their child is gay and they're lost, what do they do? They call you up, and then what happens?
They call us. We have support groups all over Greater Boston, and we also have a one-to-one parent program where we can match them with another parent who can talk over the phone with them or have coffee with them. So if you're a dad, say you're an African-American dad with a gay son, we'll match you with that same situation so you can meet with that person. And it makes all the difference in the world, just knowing you're not the only parent in the world who has a gay son. In fact, 1 in every 3 families has a GLBT person in it, so you're not alone.
1 in every 3 families
in their family, so that could be brother, sister, child, cousin. Yeah, 1 in every 3 families.
So it almost makes sense to have programs to educate the community at large.
Exactly.
Obviously, everybody's dealing with
Right.
these issues.
And we not only do we train students in schools and teachers, but we train pediatricians, social workers, sharing the Caitlin Ryan research so that every helping professional knows the risk. The kids that are at high risk, they can start asking, is there something else going on here? Are they gay and they're not out? What's the family like? So we're all about educating all the helping professionals as well about this research.
What number do they call to get this information?
They can call 781-891-5966.
781-891
5966.
5966.
Or you can go to our website, and that's gbpflag.org.
GB?
As in Greater Boston.
Oh, okay, GB, PFLAG.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's so important. Well, thank you so much. One last thing, any particular issues other than the bullying statute that's on the horizon, or that's the main thing right now?
Well, there's also the transgender bill in Massachusetts, which we are supporters of, that we believe that all people should be able to work and get housing and not be fired or denied housing because they're transgender or for any reason. But right now, transgender is the only reason why you can get fired and or denied housing.
Yes. And, again, it creates such a hostile environment for everybody.
Right.
When you have conduct like that goes unchecked.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Pam.
Oh, thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Well, you've been watching MLGBA Legal Lines. Legal Lines is brought to you every 3rd Wednesday at 4 o'clock live every month. Tune in next month. I believe it's March 17th. It's the 3rd Wednesday at 4 o'clock for the next edition of MLGBA Legal Lines. Thank you. Thank you very much.